Right. Welcome to Catalyst. It is finally here. There is an enormous amount of information to go through, and it is it's going to take a little bit to get through it all, but we're going to see at least if we can do at minimum a high-level overview of everything in Catalyst, and some of the items we'll dive deeper into. So I think we probably should start out with, really, let's look at the trailer. And let me turn my camera off here. And let's check this out.
It all starts with a rock. Raw, untouched matter. Silently waiting in the dark until you find it, break it, give it life. The first step in trade and industry. Building fleets and fortresses. In your every plan and ambition. In every war. Every victory and defeat. Every lost in connection. The rock provides. But what comes next? A moment of discovery. An instant to react. Take control and light the spark.
All right. Does that not pump you up to get out there and go mining? Oh my goodness. That's awesome. So that's really cool. And it's interesting they use the word spark. There is 2 packs in our store right now. For Catalyst. One is Spark, one is Breakthrough. Both have skins for the new ships and everything. And no, that is not a new station. That is a new type of ore. So it may look like a station. It is not. So anyway, let's start going through this. There's a lot to go through, and so, let's see, this is very mining focused. It's got so many new things. We've got a bunch of new ships. We've got some Sisters of Eve new stuff. We've got some new Epic Arc stuff. We've got the new 2D map and more. So, let's see here if there's anything that catches our eye in here. And here's the too long didn't read. So if you are watching this and you just need a little bit of information so that you can get in there and play, which I assume you're playing right now while you're watching this. New unprecedented ore ignites a galaxy-wide resource rush. So this new ore stuff is a little bit wild in how it works. We'll get into that. Command new ships, the Pioneer Mining Destroyer and the Odysseus Exploration Ship, which both look very, very interesting, and we'll take a deeper look at those. Mining refined with faster cycles, critical hits, and improved UI. So it's interesting, the critical hits that they're bringing into this. And I can totally see a booster in the future that's like, we'll give you an extra 10% chance on a critical hit or something like that. Explore the stars with the new 2D map. Yes, yes, and yes. Start your journey with the new Epic Arc, which is a mining-based Epic Arc. And carriers updated. PLEX logs added. Oh my God, I'm done. There we go. I'm finished. I got what I wanted. Oh my God, you cannot believe how long I have wanted a PLEX log. So, and for those of you watching live, I'll acknowledge all the follows and subs and everything at the end of this. So, all right, from Spark to an Inferno, mysterious hyperspace fractures tear open across New Eden, revealing volatile asteroids rich in prismatite, an erratic ore that refines into different materials. Mining gets faster, more rewards, and dynamic with critical mining hits, faster mining cycles. Okay, so this is really, I think this is just kind of a big overview. And I think what we need to do is, there's Omega for all. Oh, how interesting. We're going to go through all the patch notes. But until November 27th, all Capsuleers can claim a special Omega offer from the New Eden store. 7 days of Omega for just 10 PLEX. Kind of a no-brainer. If you guys need just a little bit of PLEX, you know what you can do? You can get the Weekend Fleet Pack. Oh, wait, does it give you PLEX? Pilots with existing status get a gift of 10 PLEX, which can be used to extend it by 7 days or just build a war chest. All right, so let's see here. If you are Alpha and you need to go Omega, and you can do it from our site here, we've got the Weekend Fleet Packs. They're $3.75, and it comes with 3 days of Omega and 50 PLEX. So here's the 2 new packs, and then where is it here? Right here, $3.75, and it has 3 days Omega and 50 PLEX, which will get you all of that stuff. And I have noticed that there are login rewards as well. And so if you do this, you will get all of the login rewards, because I think that there's only 7 days. In fact, let's check on that real quick. Let me launch a client and let's look and see. So, God, there's so much stuff in this expansion that it's really kind of wild. All right, so here we are. Okay. Oh, there's 14 days of gifts. Okay. So let's talk about how to game this. Because, okay, so let's see what's in here, and then I'm going to show you how to game it. Okay, so we got some basic stuff here. Mining destroyer operations. Okay, that also is included in the lower price pack that we have for $11, the Spark pack. So if you need that, or actually that's a new skill to train, isn't it? So maybe this will get you while you're doing the skill training. So 25,000 skill points, some Coiffé Zero Classic, which actually is very well liked. If it's not bound to you, it will sell for a very good price. I don't know, it might be bound though. And more skill points, and then we've got more skill points. Okay, so this is a no-brainer. There are, let's see, 150, 250, 325. So 350,000 skill points if you're Omega. That's in addition to the other ones. All login rewards are bound. That is not true. The Skinner stuff is not bound. So, but the Coiffé probably is, but we'll see. We'll find out. So, anyway, here's how you game this. God, there's 14 days. So, they've made it so that it's just 1 day beyond what you can get if you claim all this today. And so, anyway, if you were to put a weekend fleet pack on tomorrow, you claim the stuff today, you put a weekend fleet pack on tomorrow, and then you can get the other 10 Omega with that 10 Plex, and then you could get all of these. Although, what's the last one? You want the last one. Don't miss a day. Oh, there's 16 days to do it all, too.
Rock.
You want the last one.
Edward just subscribed.
It's 150,000 skill points, so you want that. You know, so maybe you end up with 2 weekend fleet packs or something, because you buy one, and what happens is when you're Omega, if you've been Alpha the whole time you've been claiming, then all of a sudden you get all of that bottom row, all of it. So, all right, I'm going to do my claim here. And so there we go. I got the first little bit. Let's log into this guy, and let's take a look at the
Dragons have balls
PLEX.
of steel.
Jacob called out just subscribed.
Jacob, thank you. So we're gonna acknowledge. We'll acknowledge subs after this episode. If the hype train gets above level 1, we'll have a drawing too after this episode. Oh, this reset my settings. Something in the graphics reset. Oh, NES Store has free Plex as well? I thought the free Plex was only for Omega. Will someone confirm that, please? If you're an Alpha, will you log in
Welcome
to NES
to the
and see whether or
Dragons.
not
Rogeeks
you have the
just
free
followed.
Plex in there? Get this. And then... All right. Where is the Plex gift? Free. 10 Plex. It costs me 0 Plex for 10 Plex. Okay, I'll get that. Confirmed in Alpha. You get it too? Perfect then. Okay, so what you do is you get in here right now, and then you only need 1 of the weekend fleet packs. All right, and then where's the 10 days Omega? It wasn't there a 10 days? Oh, there it is. 7 days Omega. 7 days Omega. Oh, it's 7 days Omega. Damn, my numbers were off. All right. I think for 10 Plex, it's a no-brainer to add this. And, oh, we're going to show me something fancy. Purchase successful. Okay. So, there's all my Omega benefits. Okay. I'm already Omega. Oh, and it closed it. Okay. So, I don't think there's anything else in there. See, continue shopping. And, so, there we go. Okay. Nothing else to see here. Except that we've got some other sale items in here for Plex now, which is we've got on sale 6 months. We've got on sale Omega 3 months and 6 months, and it says 10% off. I thought it said it was 20% off in the notes. Maybe it's 20% total. I don't know. And then 6X Omega and 12X Omega, 54% off, plus you get a free skin. Oh, this is where I will be probably re-upping all of my stuff. So the 1 month is 20%, and then it's 10% on the 6 month. All right, 315 million Plex a month. So 630 for a year. And then if you have 2 more characters here, it'd be another 2,700 times 2. So 5,400. Yeah. Well, I'd have to see there. Okay. Any idea how to find the new BPCs? We'll probably find that in the patch notes. All right. So fair enough. There's a lot of very interesting things in there. First thing I notice is it changed my user interface. Enable window blur? No. All right. That got changed for some reason because I didn't put that in. So, all right. Now, Let's real quick look at the PLEX log.
Welcome to the
And
Dragons.
this is perfect because we can all see the PLEX log now because of, let's see here, transactions. Because we get the 10 and then we use the 10. Perfect. I know that's really small here. Let me look at this here. So that's a bit closer look. And so we now have a PLEX log, maximum of 2,000 transactions shown. And, oh, can you download it? Export the entries to clipboard in CSV format. This operation may take a while. Perfect. Perfect. So, all right. That's great. That's really great. Okay. Now, let's continue on with this stuff here. The daily rewards. Oh, 530,000 SP. Lava stream. Since Catalyst is all about rocks, we're bringing a very special live stream from inside one. November 19th, they'll broadcast live from the lava tunnel in Iceland. What? Oh, okay. So this is their location. Hopefully it's not on the active volcano. Yeah. Where you see the new Epic Arc firsthand and chill and chat. All right. That looks great. The expansion packs, shop now, New Eden store stuff. Okay. So, and it's just begun. Great. Now, we need to see the expansion notes. And let's go over this in a lot of detail in some areas. So, all right, map improvements. New 2D map.
To the Dragons.
The brand new 2D map is now available. You can access it through the 2D toggle button in the bottom right-hand corner of the map window. The 2D map comes with two distinct visual modes depending on your zoom level. Heat map view when zoomed out for an overview of the universe data, and tube subway style map. This is great. When zoomed in for a clearer look at systems and connections. You can also decide how much data to display in the 2D buttons and visible data focusing around the cursor area. Let's take a look at this. Okay, so first, do I have to, you remember there was the map stuff in here in the user interface? And let's see here. I guess that's gone now. Okay, let's just hit this map button and see what happens. Okay, so in the 2D map, they said it was in the lower right. Is that what they said? Lower left? Let's see here. Where is this button? Let me read that again. The 2D map comes to, let's see, the bottom right corner of the map window. The new 2D map, you can access it through the 2D toggle button in the bottom right corner of the map window. Bottom right corner of the map window. Huh. I don't know. I don't see it. Do any of you see it? Let's see here. Is this... yeah, I don't know. I'm on Legacy Map. Well, that's what I looked for. I looked for the settings on this. And so user interface, transparency, window margin size. All right, so is it under gameplay? There it is. Use the classic star map. Okay, return to game. There we go. Thank you. Thank you. There it was. And here we are. Okay, this looks much different. I approve. Okay, so we are at JITA, and this is this is hopefully, oh, this is very interesting. What is all of this? 22 jumps. And so this is all of the jumps. Is this everybody trying to evac? I shouldn't laugh. It's really horrible what happened to Pandemic Horde. It really is. So, anyway, there's a lot of stuff here. So I have, well, this character is in Jita. And so let's see here. There we go. It's got a little ping there, so I kind of know where I'm at. And then we're on 2D, and then here's 3D. Okay, I really want 2D. Yeah, that looks nice. And then sovereignty. Oh, tracks ownership. All factions and alliances, Empire and Pirate factions. Let's try this. So, interesting. So, is sovereignty gone out here in Drone Lands? Because it shows, oh, that's Mimitar. Okay, so actually it's not showing sovereignty of all factions and alliances. It's not showing the alliances unless maybe I zoom in more. Not really. Alphas do not get the 10 Plex for free. All right. Well, then the packs that we have for Weekend Fleet Pack 375. Grab one of those. All right. So, Empire faction control, which actually kind of looks the same. And so, yeah, I don't know. Okay, military index. All right. I'm living here in Stain. There's no military index in here. And look at the mess in Pandemic Horde space. Recent sovereignty changes. Oh, look at all of that. Okay, so Great Wildland Society gained sovereignty. Okay, and Mimitar Fleet Alliance gained sovereignty. And Slow Children at Play gained sovereignty. All right. Very interesting. Very interesting. Okay. And then sovereignty loss. Well, I guess that kind of shows the same map, doesn't it? So what does this say up here? So Test Alliance, please ignore lost sovereignty. And then if we're looking at the recent changes, and then who's got it over here? Solaris Clortham. Okay. All right. I have not heard of them. And so, all right. So let's take a look at more of what it says here. So improved data visualization. We've improved how data is displayed in both 2D and 3D maps. The new visualization now aligns more closely with player expectations, drawing inspiration from the classic maps behavior. Filters now use logarithmic scaling, which makes it easier to distinguish the increments in lower end values, even when big outliers appear on the map. The legend has been added to help interpret the data shown on the map. Good. By interacting with the tuning icon in the legend, you can now open a new filter editing panel where you can adjust the data range to be displayed, switch between logarithmic and linear scaling, customize colors used for visualization. Your changes will be saved per filter, allowing you to tailor how the data appears and focus on what's most relevant to your needs. That's good. That's good. Jump range visualization. Pilots flying ships equipped with jump drives can now toggle the jump range display on or off in both 2D and 3D via the jump icon in the right hand corner. My character that I have here is not in a, I don't have a jump ship here. So can't look at that one. In the 2D view, reachable systems are highlighted, and the tube subway map mode, reachable nodes change their shape from circles to diamonds. Okay, very good. This sounds, you know what? A lot of this stuff sounds super logical. Like this is what, I wonder if they had someone who is like an expert at making maps in real life help with this. Because a lot of these things just feel like they're very polished, like stuff that you would see in a city map and stuff like that. So hovering over systems provides information about jump range, fuel consumption, and fatigue incurred in the jump. That's great. That's great because you don't typically know. So hold on just a second here. All right. Small pack has been turned off for the moment. The Spark pack. Apparently something in it being fixed. Okay. So let's see here. New filters. We've expanded the range of filters, both maps. Under the new mining category, you can now choose from ore anomalies, displayed as pins, showing nearby anomalies up to 5 jumps in range. Okay, let me see here. Do I click here and I can take myself to here? And then mining ore anomalies. So there are 3 sites detected and it's 3 jumps away down here. So all right. Now, I want to say something here that I hope a dev is watching, and that is in 4K, the text should be larger. You know, I can zoom in on the map, and the text stays really small, like almost too small. I think that there's plenty of room here for the text to be larger. And there's all this open space in here. I think that the text should be larger, and so just my thought. Okay. So ore distribution showing where belts are located across New Eden. Okay, so mining, and then let's see here. Ore anomalies, ore distribution. Class 1 ore. Oh, wow. Look at that. Wow. 8 asteroid belts, 4 jumps away. Look at that. Don't mine next to Jita. This looks tempting. There's 25 asteroid belts. Looks very tempting. Don't do it. Yeah, it's right next to Jita. Don't do it. So, and okay. So, all right, so, yeah, never mind this close to Jita. This right here will be Gank Central. You do not want to be in Gank Central. Yeah. So, all right. So, introducing new information sidebar that appears along the map, provides extra context about the selected filter, helping you explore data. That's good. Quality of life improvements. The following quality of life improvements have been added. Pilots can now search for landmarks directly on the map search field. Directional arrows have been added to the 2D map to make regional connections clearer to identify. Okay, so a regional connection is yeah, so here's a connection with a couple of regions here, and so it's hard to see here. Let me zoom in on that here. You can just barely see there are some little arrows on that. They get kind of, they could be bigger. There's a lot of room on this map when you're zoomed in for information, and they could be bigger. I think that would work pretty well. So, all right. Mining UI improvements, integrated mining surveyor with overlay toggle. All ore mining ships and basic Empire corvettes now come equipped with built-in mining surveyor, providing immediate access to in-space resource data without requiring a separate module. So what happens to those old modules? I wonder what what happens with that. And so let's see here. So, mining surveyor introduces dynamic overlay. All right, let's see what this shows right here. Ah, new mining scan right there. Okay. Interesting. Okay, got it. So, mining surveyor introduces dynamic overlay, displaying the colors. Okay, so overlay can be toggled on or off via the scanner button on the HUD. Turning overlay on by clicking the scan button, your ship performs a mining scan. Okay, and turning it off, player can also right-click the scan button and disable the overlay current data scan. I don't know why you'd want to disable that, but maybe there's reasons. So, mining survey chipset module. The mining survey chipset is a passive mid-slot module that enhances the mining surveyor with detailed information about the number of units of ore available in nearby asteroids. It also provides bonuses to mining critical success chance and mining critical success bonus yield, as well as reduction in mining residue chance. You know what? You know what's going to happen here? This is exactly what's going to happen. Is that now there's going to be just these little bits of ore left around a field, and people aren't going to complete it because there's only a couple of things in it. And then if they don't complete it, does it eventually go away, or do people have to mine it fully for it to respawn? Yeah. So, all right. Only one mining chipset module can be fitted at a time. The mining survey chipset is available in Basic, Tech 1, Compact, and Tech 2. Existing survey scanner modules have been converted into the mining survey chipset modules. Okay, well, that's what I was wondering. So that's very good. I was wondering if they were going to... I was wondering if we were just going to get paid out for them, or what was going to happen with them when you had some. I'm sure I have some. So mining surveyors can be upgraded with a mining survey chipset to reveal additional information such as total value and remaining quantity. Or industrial command ships can provide upgraded mining survey functionality fleet-wide through any mining foreman burst, granting members access to the same enhanced survey data provided by the mining survey chipset module. Cool. So another reason to have a capital ship on grid. Cargo hold capacity indicator. While the mining surveyor overlay is active, a new icon will display the current capacity of your mining hold in the space scene behind your ship to make information accessible at a glance. Well, you know what we always did is we had it open. You know, your inventory open to the hold there. So this is really great because you will be able to save screen real estate with that. Mining crits. Mining lasers, strip miners, and ice harvesters can now experience critical success, granting bonus yield without reducing the remaining ore in the asteroid. The chance of critical success starts at 1%, and the bonus yield from critical success starts at 200% of standard yield of that cycle. Both values able to be increased through skills, modules, and mining foreman bursts. Critical success notification will appear on screen, and an added audio and visual cues to inform players when a critical occurs. All right, so might be something like this here. New mining critical success skills. 2 new skills have been added to the benefit to the mining critical systems. Mining precision is a new rank 2 skill that provides 10% bonus to mining laser and ice harvester critical success chance per skill level. Mining exploitation is a new rank 6 skill that provides a 5% bonus to mining laser and ice harvester critical success bonus yield per skill level. Changes to mining cycle rounding. I didn't know. Well, I didn't know that there was rounding. Okay, the rounding system used for mining yields has been adjusted so that the amount of ore that you receive over time while mining will more closely match the estimated values of your modules. Previously, any remainder of less than 1 whole unit of the ore was left over after the unit volume was divided into the mining cycle's yield, oh my god, math, and be rounded down and lost. Now we've implemented a system of stochastic. What the hell is stochastic rounding? Define stochastic rounding.
Stochastic rounding randomly rounds a number to the nearest value, using probabilities to decide whether to round up or down. This method is unbiased and less prone to error, especially in large computations, unlike deterministic rounding. For example, a number halfway between 1 and 2 would be rounded to 1 with 75% probability.
We need another CCP Vegas. Right. Nothing but aloha and game.
All right, so we have RMT rounding. Yeah. So it's another math computation way of figuring it. And yeah. All right. Let's see here. 1 key compression shortcut. Yay. No more clicking. Lord Cal, we'll recognize all the subs and follows and everything after we've gone through all this. Thank you, though. So the 1 key compression shortcut, a bindable hotkey will be assigned to compress all ore, ice, and gas in your ship once you have access to compression in space through the mining foreman ship in fleet. This is really good because we were having to get the ore in, sometimes pile it up, stack all, and then right-click on it, select compress. It was very cumbersome. And so if it's all down to a hotkey and it can do all of that in one shot, that is perfect. What a great quality of life thing. So mining laser efficiency, mining foreman burst charge. A new mining laser efficiency charge for the mining foreman burst module has been added.
Hoha007 just subscribed. Oh yeah.
This new charge provides a base bonus of plus 50% mining critical success chance and minus 15% residue chance to fleet mates within range. That is a very nice a very nice add-on there. That's a very nice boost. These bonuses scale up with pilot skills, ship bonuses, and mine links, just like any other mining foreman bursts. You know, there's a lot of bonus stuff here. Get your mining in before it gets nerfed. There's a lot of stuff here. I think that if you have all these skills and you have the right fleet composition, that that you can get like mega ore, is what it sounds like. All of the mining foreman burst charges provide enhanced mining surveyor functionality to all affected fleet members that are piloting ships with the integrated mining surveyor, allowing them to track the remaining number of units or in the nearby asteroids. New introductory message when entering an asteroid field. When warping into asteroid belts and mining anomalies, a new introductory message will appear at the bottom third of the screen that lets players know the name and location they just arrived at. Wow. You know what? That is another thing. Like, you know, if you're hopping asteroid belt to asteroid belt, I sometimes have to look at which one am I at. I sometimes have to do that. So this could be also another brilliant quality of life thing. As well as an estimate of how depleted or fresh the asteroid field is. This should be especially helpful for players in high traffic space to indicate at a glance whether the field is mostly picked clean by others or not. That's great. So that is really good. Hey, Mad Rambo. All right, so phased asteroid field, which is this new stuff. Well, actually, we're going to read about it right here. So phased fields are high-value mining sites featuring unique mechanics. They spawn randomly in low and null security space and must initially be discovered using probe scanning. Probe scanning. So is this like so I guess like core probes is what it would be. Something like that. All right. They contain a valuable new ore, prismaticite, which can be mined from phased asteroids within the site and which require the use of industrial command ships to mine efficiently. In addition to the incredibly valuable prismaticite, there are also several high-value asteroids of superior grades present, which can be mined at any time as normal. So what's going to be interesting in these, which we're probably going to read about here, is that they're not finite. They're temporary, and it attracts hostiles, players. All right, these sites contain a hyperspace fracture which will slowly move across space, breaching any phased asteroids along its path. Once breached, phased asteroids are phased in and out and can be mined for prismaticite at 10% efficiency immediately. After deploying a mobile phase anchor and connecting it to an industrial command ship, the asteroid will phase in and can then be mined at 100% efficiency. So if you don't have a command ship or an industrial ship there, you're going to get 10%, but once you bring in a command ship, then you can get it up to 100%. This persists until it's phased out over time and the fracture moves away, collapsing the asteroid. Mobile phase anchors require 100 energy to phase in the phased asteroids. Roracles provide 100, Orcas 50, and Porpoises 35. Oh, so you can do it with one Roracle, you can do it with 2 Orcas, or 3 Porpoises. Yes. Would that be Porpi? Acquiring minds want to know. All right, so mobile phase anchor blueprints are available for 140 million ISK in the following locations. All right, so somebody was asking about blueprints I saw in chat, and sorry, I'm not paying too much attention to chat, just a wee bit while we go through all of this. So here is at least some of the blueprints, and 140 million ISK, which means then you still got to build it, and then you got to go take it out there and deploy it, which means that there should be a shit ton worth of ISK worth of ore in there to cover those costs. So probably a pod of porpoise. You are correct. You win the internet, Jimmy. All right. So once a fracture is moved halfway across the site, a beacon is spawned, revealing the site. Once revealed, the site's location is visible to everyone in the solar system and become visible on the star map. Prismaticite is resource rich, but it is also the first in a new type of ore called erratic. When prismaticite is reprocessed, each reprocessing batch will randomly become one of 8 possible mineral types and provide a variable quantity of that mineral. Now, is one of those Veldspar or Trig? Trit. And because in Null, we have a very hard time getting it. And so if this is one way, this might be a way to get it. And so Capsuleers can control the mineral output of prismaticite by running an unrefined mineral reactions. These reactions require compressed prismaticite and atmospheric gases. Wow. So what is this saying? Reactions for the unrefined materials can be purchased from the Upwell Consortium member corporations for 50 million ISK. Oh, all of a sudden, Upwell becomes really important. Okay. So, unrefined mineral reactions require stand-up composite reactor. Unrefined minerals can be reprocessed into their respective minerals with variable output quantity. All right. So, there is so much in this new release. It's incredible. Mining content. Revamped. The asteroid belt remnants site found in all starter and career agent systems. It now has instead been replaced with an Empire-managed asteroid belt instead of the enhanced visuals and NPCs. Empire's managing it. How neat. Now, I actually mean that. I'm not saying that facetiously. Because new players, so our staff, I have been tasking some of them with playing Eve. Some of them have never played Eve before. Can you imagine getting paid to play video games for your entire shift? Wouldn't that be grand? Yes. So they have it pretty awesome. And one of the number one questions that I'm seeing afterwards is, can I bring Aurora back and help me more? And so anything that can be done to help the new player understand what they're doing and guide them through it is a good thing. Because even though our new player experience is so good now compared to what it used to be, there's still more work to be done on it. So Aura. Yeah. All right. So number of sites reduced from 3 to 1 to make it more likely for new players to meet each other in the sites. Brilliant. New site uses an acceleration gate, which only lets the standard Venture and Empire corvettes inside. Emperor, Ibis, Velator, and Reaper. Okay. So, they're not going to get ganked in there now, are they? Well, let's see here. I could totally see a ganker fleet in Ibises. I had to mention it. Now it'll happen. But, also, with that said, every professional ganker knows you leave the new player systems alone. Otherwise, you get ganked right out of the game. Yep. CCP will come and gank you. So, Veldspar size in the site increased by 10 to 12 times. All right, Kernite and Amber anomalies will now spawn rarely in all high-sec security space between 0.5 and 0.8 security rating, as they once did before the resource distribution update. Kernite and Amber anomalies have had full visual pass. Okay, Kernite and Amber anomalies will now have a slightly higher chance to spawn in high security space within 3 jumps of Empire, Militia, Faction Warfare HQ systems. Oh, interesting. So it gives you some reason to be near the Faction Warfare battlefront with high-sec? That is really interesting. That is very interesting. Another very, very intuitive way of doing this to cause more interactions and introduce you to other content that you may not have encountered otherwise. Congrats, CCP. Some of these changes are, I think, brilliant. So, and I'm not saying that facetiously at all. I think that some of this stuff is really, really good. Hidden Amber deposits, which need to be probed down with scanner probes, also appear rarely between 0.5 and 0.8 security rating systems. The site contains some 15% plantoid amber and a higher chance of getting the mining escalation. Mining escalations. How much fun. So, how do you get a mining escalation? Is it just that you complete an asteroid and all of a sudden it'll pop up with an escalation? I've never gotten one before. So, that might be a new thing. I don't know. What's this higher chance of getting a mining escalation? I have not done mining in many years because I kept getting ganked. So, all right. High-sec mining anomalies such as Kernite and Amber sites, rare border sites, ice belts, and the new managed asteroid belts will now spawn a beacon into space on the overview when a player first warps to them, like faction warfare sites, to give better visibility to new players and showcase mining activity in high-sec. These beacons have been added to the default mining overview. All right. We have... I'm going to have to update my overviews, huh? All right. Yeah, there's new ships to add and everything. So, yeah, I'm going to have to update those. All right. And if any of you are wondering what my overview is, get into live shows in-game, LIVESHOWS, and colored tabs, and a high-sec and a null-sec configuration. All right, we have not added these beacons to anomalies in low-sec, null-sec, or W-space for now, since miners in these areas of space might want to hide their activity. Oh, okay, I got it. So when you're in faction warfare and you see the site in the probe scanner, and so then you fly to it, the beacon then appears in your overview. And it shows as a message there. So now what's going to happen is when somebody goes to it for the first time, then the beacon appears and you know that somebody has been there. Okay, I can see exactly why we wouldn't want that in low, null, and wormhole space, because it will give away your position. And I think that they should never add that. And the reason is, it'll just make more work for the players, because what's going to happen is, well, then you're going to go and open all of them. So, and then you're going to go to the one that you're going to work, so that all of them are on there, so that you're still obfuscated as to which one you're at. So, all right. Oh, and they didn't mention Pochvin. Okay, well, So, the hidden Amber site found with scanner probes and the high-sec mining escalations do not spawn a beacon when warped to, as players may want to keep the location to themselves. Exactly. Good. Okay. Added a system-wide buff effect to Empire Militia Faction Warfare HQ systems that grants 10% mining speed bonus. Oh my God. Faction warfare. Get ready to wipe out them mining fleets. I love it. NPC mining ships will now spawn much more frequently in their faction respective faction warfare war HQ systems. Veldspar deposits will now spawn in Empire Militia faction warfare HQ systems. Oh, and by the way, the NPC stuff. Okay, so I have a faction warfare character that is a general. And so that's the highest rank that you can get. And so what happened is that with him being a general, when the NPCs would come in, they wouldn't be read to him. In fact, his standings were so high that they would help defend if he got attacked. So that could definitely be a thing that you'd use your faction warfare characters with your high standings to do that. Could be of extra benefit to you. Veldspar deposits will now spawn in Empire faction warfare HQ systems. The war HQ systems where the ship casters are located for each Empire militia listed below. All right, so this is where they're located. All right, we are adding back the Ombre and Kernite anomalies that were taken away from high-spec security space when we did the resource distribution took place 5 years ago. Specifically, we are only adding back the Kernite and Ombre anomalies and not the ones containing jaspit or hemophorite. To keep Noxum a more low-sec focused mineral. We want to bring back a source of Ombre and Kernite to high sec so that players are able to mine it for level 3 and 4 level storyline trade missions that require it. Yes, this is a problem. I can tell you that the distribution missions in Stain were requiring Veldspar, and I had to ship it in from high sec. And Veldspar sells there for, gosh, what is it? Was it about 50 to 100 times that of normal? Because it's so hard to get down there. And literally, I bought out somebody with enough to complete like 15 missions, and I spent like 100 million ISK. And which is outrageous because it's 1,000 Veldspar each. And so anyway, yeah, I spent an enormous amount of money to help encourage mining and faction warfare empire war HQ systems and help encourage them to become market trade hubs. It's good places for producers to buy minerals from and stock ships, which they can sell to faction warfare players. Oh, they're trying to build industry in the faction warfare area. Non-faction warfare people doing industry. Oh, how interesting. We are weighing the chances of Kernite and Ombre anomalies to have a higher chance of spawning in and around the war HQ systems. We're also adding small mining boost effect in these systems. Yeah, so we actually went over this all in the details. This is just giving a little bit more. Okay, improved the visuals of low-sec asteroid belts. Low-sec mining anomalies can no longer spawn multiple copies of the same site in the same solar system. For example, 2x small gneiss deposits no longer share the same system. This means they will be more spread out and more widely available and won't congregate as much in a single system. That is also good. It's bad for the people who find a system where there's 10 of them, and then they just sit there and they work on that all day and they munch it all up and do really good. But for the average player, that's really good. Rare border sites that could spawn in 0.5 high-sec security systems and border low-sec, null-sec, that borders low-sec and blue AO sites. I have no idea what those are. Which could spawn in systems with blue AO suns. Okay, so the blue suns. In wormhole space and nullsec can no longer spawn multiple copies of the same site in the same solar system. Okay, I'm not quite sure what I read there, but I get it. Adjusted the medium Jaspit deposit and renaming to average Jaspit deposit to match the naming scheme of similar anomalies. It no longer spawns in every low-sec system and will now instead appear uncommonly throughout low-sec. Increased the size of the asteroids, increased the amount of the asteroid by approximately 4 times, and added plus 5% and plus 10% Jaspit variations. So the site should feel more like, at least feel more rewarding. Okay. Double the chance for small variations of mining deposits that appeared in low-sec. Removed rogue drone NPCs from low-sec small anomalies so that they are a bit easier to ninja mine with ventures and prospects. The standard asteroid belt NPCs can still show up in the anomalies. Added new variations of small mining deposits as hidden versions that need to be discovered with scanner probes. These variations have higher quality ore and much higher chance to get the new low-sec mining escalations. We're adding the small ores for now to see how players respond to them in low security space. We're hoping for extra safety of needing to discover the site first and higher quality ore to make them attractive to miners, which will lead to more mining ships in space overall in low-sec. They are exactly correct, because if you have that gateway of safety of having to scan it down, then it is one extra barrier that, especially if it's a new site, that you can scan it down, go to it, and work it, and you don't have to worry about anything unless you see probes out. Otherwise, nobody's going to find you. So the Veiled Asteroid Field has a similar amount of minerals found in the large Crocite, Dark Ochre, and Gneiss anomalies, but they are condensed into far fewer asteroids at higher tiers. It has added the advantage of other players needing to combat probe you to the site. So, is the Veiled Asteroid Field then an escalation? And is that an escalation in high sec? I'm not sure. All right, mining missions. All mining missions have had an enhanced visual pass. All level 1 and 2 mining missions have had their ISK and LP payouts increased by 50%. We've made sure to do a quality of life pass on many of the sites too, making sure the mission asteroids are usually within 20k of warp endpoint for the mission, so that the mission ore can always be found with the board scanner, and players don't have to move away to be able to mine the ore. Now that everything has been replaced with non-interactable objects in the mission ore, should always be able to be at the top of the overview if you sort the range closest to you. So non-interactable, which also I don't like some of this non-interactable stuff. It gives me nothing to orbit and stuff. So mining mutaplasmids. New mutaplasmids have been added that can mutate mining lasers, strip miners, ice mining lasers, ice harvesters, gas cloud scoops, gas cloud harvesters, mining drones, and ice harvesting drones. So I saw somebody make a comment that there's no improvements to mining drones. Well, here is your improvement. Get some mutaplasmids and pump them up. These new mining module mutaplasmids can be found in abyssal dead space, while the mining drone mutaplasmids are a potential reward from Concord Rogue Analysis beacon sites. Oh, which means only from Null. Mutated mining drones. Okay. Can you use a mutaplasmid on a mutated mining drone? I don't know. Could be interesting. All right. New ships. Woohoo! All right, Catalyst introduces 4 new mining ships, along with Sisters of Eve Expedition command ship, the Odysseus. Okay, the Pioneer. Let's close the map here, and let's look at let's look at Pioneer. And let's see here, ship skins, the Pioneer. All right. Wow, people have got buy orders up on them already. So here is the Pioneer and the Refined Resourcer, which this is in one of the packs that we have in our store, which the smaller pack is turned off for the moment. There's a repair being made. It's turned off on the CCP sites as well. So, but if you're watching this on video later, I'm sure it's working now. And I'm not sure what the error was with the pack, but they're fixing it, and we'll have it back online as soon as possible. So there's the Pioneer. Okay. And so good looking ship. Pioneer skill bonuses: mining destroyer per skill level, 10% bonus to mining yield, 20% bonus to mining range, and 5% reduction in gas cloud scoop duration. All right. And then roll bonus, 50% bonus to mining yield, and 25% reduction in gas cloud scoop duration. So when it says a reduction in duration, what that means is that the cycle time, you complete a cycle, and then you finish the suction in and you start another cycle. And so you get whatever amount from that cycle. Well, with the reduction in the duration, it means that it doesn't take as long. So instead of going like this, you're going like this, right? So you get more. In essence, you get more. Blueprint originals for the Pioneer can be purchased from Outer Ring excavation stations. And Outer Ring, oh my God. Outer Ring, all of a sudden, became really popular. So that's a dangerous area. That is NPC null, folks. And I bet you there's going to be people trying to corner the market and gain control out there. I once tried to do stuff out there to get some LP, and I got my ass handed to me multiple times. So, all right, Alpha Clones are able to train the new Mining Destroyer skill to level 2. And there was 100 dudes there right after downtime. I believe it. I believe it. So the Ore Command Destroyer, Outrider. Let's take a look at Outrider. And let's see here. And it's a destroyer. I don't know where to... Well, let's just look here. Outrider. All right. So. And a command destroyer. Okay. So, here it is. The Outrider Command Destroyer, and looking sexy as ever, like a tick, right? So this thing latches onto your leg like it latches onto an asteroid belt, and then sucks it dry. I'm just kidding. I don't know. It has lasers. So, but it does look kind of like a tick. And then this is one of the skins that is available in the packs that we've got. So, pretty good looking there. All right. So, Outrider skill bonuses. Mining Destroyer, 15% bonus to mining yield, 10% bonus to drone hit points and damage. Ooh. And this is per level. 6% bonus to all shield resistances. Nice. So, this is going to be a tanky little thing here. 5% reduction in micro-jump field generator spool-up time. I like it. I like it. This might be a good fighter, too. I really wish that... I think that it would be pretty cool if the... if we could use these in some battle fleets. I can see it happening. 2% bonus to shield command and mining form and burst effect strength duration. All right, and roll bonuses. 95% reduction in power grid requirements for command bursts. 50% reduction in micro warp drive signature radius penalty. 50% reduction in reactivation delay for Defender launcher. Can fit a micro jump field generator. Can fit one command burst module. 75% bonus to tractor beam range, 30% bonus to tractor beam velocity. Nice. Okay. Blueprint copies of the Outrider can be obtained by performing invention jobs on the blueprint copies of the Pioneer. All right. Very good. So, and there it is. In a nice dark asteroid belt. All on its own. Okay. So, Or Navy Mining Frigate. Venture Consortium issue. Okay, let's see what this puppy looks like. Okay, so looks like a venture, but it's a consortium issue one. Okay, so I'm kind of interested to see what the fitting on this is like. Let's look here. And I guess I can't look here. Kind of wanted to bring it up. Wait, some people have them for sale already? What? 50 million and 250 million? Oh my. So, all right. Some of those are available. Some people are going to get some high prices for those. Slam, you'll have a new destroyer ready in about 15 minutes. A contract one if I want to check it out. Thank you, but no thank you. I appreciate it though. And so the Venture Consortium skill issue bonuses. And the reason is I won't get to do anything with it at a soon rate. So sell it, make a shit ton of money. Venture Consortium issue skill bonuses. Mining Frigate, per skill level, 5% bonus to mining yield, 5% reduction in gas cloud scoop duration, 10% bonus to shield booster amount. Ooh, making it a nice shield booster. So nice shield fit. Roll bonuses, 100% bonus to mining and gas cloud scoop yield, 2 + 2 bonus to the ship warp core strength. Oh, nice. So like the Venture, it can get away a bit easier. 50% reduction in industrial sinestral field generator liquid ozone consumption. Oh, yes. I have my new industrial sino. I see it right here. So 50% bonus to the mining critical hit chance. 10 + 10 bonus to salvage drone. Salvage chance? What? Okay. Now, if there is bonuses to salvage drones, I heard that one of these ships is going to have bonus to salvage drones. That really, really interests me because I salvage the shit out of everything that I do. Why? Why do I do that? I can't tell you why, but I do. And if that gives me a bonus to the salvage chance, that means that I will salvage faster. Blueprint copies for the Venture Consortium issue can be obtained from Upwell Consortium members, corporations, LP stores for the price of 10 million ISK and 10,000 loyalty points, which means that the price is going to settle at around 25 million ISK, I believe. That's off the top of my head. All right. So this includes Tech, Delucia Foundry, Ilfer and Company, Freedom Extension. Okay, so these are where the loyalty points are. Or offers a 60% discount in their LP store at the price of 4 million ISK and 4,000 loyalty points. Oh shit. There's a whole bunch of reason to have that or LP now because your profit margin will be bigger. All right, or Navy Mining Destroyer Pioneer Consortium issue. Now I want to, let's look at it through the ship browser here. And so this is the Pioneer, and this is the Pioneer Consortium issue. And let's see here, we can look at the fitting of it. So show info. I don't like I wish I could turn off the noise of that thing. So there we go. This thing looks pretty stout. This actually reminds me a lot of the ships in Dual Universe that we built. I don't think they were copying that at all or anything. It just reminds me of that. And so, pretty interesting looking. And are there any skins for it? There is. Refined Resourcer, which I believe that this comes in one of the packs that we have in our store. So, all right. It's not a drop skin. So, all right. So the Pioneer Consortium issues skill bonuses. Mining Destroyer per skill level. 10% bonus to mining yield, 20% bonus to mining range, 10% bonus to shield booster amount. It's another shield ship. 5% reduction in gas cloud scoop duration. All right. 50% bonus to mining yield. 50% bonus to mining critical chance hit. That's not a bad roll bonus. 25% reduction in gas cloud scoop duration, and plus 10 to salvage drone salvage chance. Okay, so it's the same on the salvage drones. All right. Blueprint copies for Pioneer Consortium issue can be obtained from Upwell Consortium member corporation LP stores for the price of 30 million ISK and 30,000 loyalty points, which means they're going to be in minimum of about 100 million on the price of these when they hit the market. And here's where you can get them. Or offers a 60% discount to the price of 12 million and 12,000 loyalty points. So if you're not getting it from Ore, then you're getting it for yourself to build. Because what's going to happen is the people in the Ore area are going to just make such bank on selling these out, because the market will be they're going to have very good margins. Very good margins. All right. So
Welcome to the
here it is in action.
Little OTO311 just followed.
It's a nice looking ship. Yeah. It is a nice looking ship. All right. So, the Odysseus. Woohoo! All right. So, let's look up the Odysseus. And I bet you there's a bunch of buy orders for this already. 4 billion is the high buy order on it. And what a beautiful looking ship. Like, seriously. This thing is pretty gorgeous. And I very much look forward to flying one. So, yeah, beautiful looking ship. Beautiful. All right, Odysseus skill bonuses. There is so much on this one. Amar Battlecruiser, 4% bonus to armor resistances per skill level. Galante, 10% bonus to light, medium, and heavy drone damage. Expedition command ships. Oh my God, they're going to make me skill up expedition command ships without me really using them. 50% bonus to data analyzer and relic analyzer optimal range. That sounds interesting. 5% reduction in gas cloud scoop duration. 3% bonus to strength and duration of exploration command bursts. 1% bonus to the strength and duration of armor command bursts. And then roll bonuses, 100% bonus to the duration of expedition command bursts. 50% bonus to the range of command burst modules. 50% bonus to the medium energy turret optimal range. All right, Amar-based weapons. 50% reduction to CPU cost of gas cloud scoops. 37.5% bonus to scan probe strength. Nice. 10% bonus to relic and data analyzers. All right. Yes. Plus this right here. Oh, that's to optimal range. Okay. So definitely a Sisters of Eve ship can fit covert ops cloaking device, meaning warping cloaked. Can fit 2 command burst modules, cloaking reactivation delay reduced to 15 seconds. Can fit 0-point mass entangler. The ship can receive bonus effects depending on the environment. Blueprint copies for the Odysseus can be obtained from Servant Sisters of Eve faction member corporations for the price of 250,000 LP and 250,000 ISK. I have a character that has 1.5 million LP for Sisters of Eve. I may have to go and visit. This includes the Sanctuary, Food Relief, and Sisters of Eve corporations. Okay, so very good. I don't know what it'll take to build them yet, but I can at least get some of the blueprints and look at building them myself. So they're going to be expensive, though. If they are 250,000 LP and 250 million ISK, that puts the blueprint cost at $1 billion. At right about $1 billion ISK. And that's because I value LP at 2.5 or 2,500 ISK per LP. And so that puts it up into the range of $1 billion just for the blueprint. So the buy order is at $4 billion. Yeah, well, they're wanting it quicker. So modules added a new expedition command burst modules. These modules can be activated to give you and nearby fleet members bonuses to hacking, scanning, and salvaging. These modules can be loaded with one of 3 charges. Expedition Strength Charge improves scanning strength and virus coherence of all analyzer modules. Expedition Pinpointing Charge improves scanning and scan deviation of cycle time of salvager models. Expedition Reach Charge improves the range of analyzer modules, salvage modules, and directional scanner range. All right. This is interesting. So, you know, it's these are bursts, but do you go in as a team and do these things? It's really interesting. So we'll have to play with them, like in application, in game, to see how that really affects things. Blueprints of the Expedition Command Burst modules and charges can be found in the Sisters Servants of Eve member corporation stations for sale. Okay. A faction variation of the Expedition Command Burst can be found in the Servant Sisters of Eve member corporation LP stores, which means you probably have to have one of the blueprints and then you turn that in with some LP for the faction version. An Expedition Command Mind Link can be found in Concord LP stores and purchased for 20 million ISK and 20,000 LP. Sisters Expedition Command Mind Link, which combines the effects of armor and expedition mind links, can be purchased from Servant Sisters of Eve member corporations for 100,000 ISK and 100,000 LP. Interesting. So the burst has extra long duration. Okay. Added new integrated sensor array, carrier only module. More info about that below. Carriers. Okay, so we're into the carriers now, and the the carriers got some good stuff added to them. All right. Carriers increased build costs, or decreased build costs by approximately 30%, decreased build times by 10%. Carrier construction has been brought down significantly. The reduction represents around 1 billion ISK per hull at time of writing. At this new price point, these ships will become somewhere between Marauder and Dreadnought. This allows players to make more meaningful choice when selecting their ship. All right, good. So this is an Archon. This, I can tell already from looking at it, is the model has been reworked, updated. It now has much, much more detail on it. And so it's looking pretty good. Right. So carriers can now have additional support fighter squads active. Increase the support fighter squad limit to 2 from 1. Increase the total number of fighter squad tubes from 4 to 4 from 3. Added new support fighter effectiveness bonuses. Archon, 2% bonus per level to Cenobite support fighter neutralization strength. Newt fighters. Samira, 2% bonus per level to Scarab support fighter ECM strength. Thanatos, 2% bonus per level to Siren support fighter afterburner speed bonus. And Nithauger, 2% bonus per level to Drami support fighter stasis webification strength. I wonder how much we can actually web with those, because what a great thing to slow somebody down, you know, such long distances and everything. And you can just get your, you know, warp your support fighters out there and slow down that target for your other members in your fleet to get. Increased fighter bay capacities. Okay, they're all bigger. These changes aim to strengthen the carrier's long-range E-war niche. A carrier pilot can now field an additional support fighter, giving the additional utility with no loss of DPS. They will also have the option to field 2 support and 2 light fighters at the same time if the need arises. Support fighters themselves are now more powerful when used by a carrier. Each faction will be available to make the most out of their respective support fighters, with up to a 10% bonus to the effectiveness. All right. So this is one thing that I'm really interested in, and that is the increase the ship maintenance bay to 2 million cubic meters from 1 million cubic meters. And so at 2 million cubic meters, you can fit 4 battleships, maybe even 5. There are some battleships that are just a little bit different in mass. And I think the Tier 1 is just a little bit lower than Tier 2 and Marauder. But that'll be 4 or 5 battleships. So part of the expectation of carriers' ability to move a large number of ships. As such, the SMB of all carriers have been doubled. This brings the ship's same ballpark as Bowhead. So I believe Bowhead is, what, 1.8 million, I think? So these are a little bit bigger. And you don't want to fly a Bowhead in null. You want to take a carrier, most definitely. So Bowhead can't jump to a beacon or nothing like that. It has to go through gates. So decreased max target ranges. So these are all alike in the single-digit percentages of what they used to be. But there's a module that's added to increase it back out again. Added a max target range cap of 750K. Can fit new integrated sensor array. Functionality identical to the network sensor arrays other than the following. Multiplies max targets range by 12. Removes the max target range cap. Has a 2-minute duration. adds a negative 30% bonus to repair modules. So basically it repairs faster. T2 jump bowhead win. Yes, it's called a carrier. Does not disable micro jump or micro jump. Is that fleet? FG? I don't know. No increase in EWAR capacitor costs. Uses the visual effect of triage module. Cannot be fit to supercarriers. Note, you can still receive remote repairs when this is active, just like the NSA. Oh, I don't know what the NSA is. All right. So, build cost and blueprint availability are the same as those of network sensor arrays. Network sensor array can be traded for the integrated sensor array at the LP stores. Okay. The above changes aim to tackle skynetting characters.
3908 just followed.
Carriers will no longer be able to engage at their previous
Bumbles
extreme ranges without an active integrated sensor array. While this module is active, the carrier will be unable to warp, dock, or tether. This provides counterplay for those attacking into carriers within tether range of a structure. The integrated sensor array is much more powerful variant of the network sensor array. The microjump drive and the microjump, I don't know what FG is. Restrictions are not present from this variant, allowing the ships more mobility. Active tanking is also buffed when using the integrated sensor array. Lastly, the EWAR capacitor cost increase of the network sensor array are not present to allow more flexibility in fitting. Note that carriers will still be able to fit a network sensor array until early next year. After this time, the network sensor arrays will be made exclusive to super carriers. Oh, they're planning on a change coming up. Okay. Support fighters. Increased Scarab support fighter EMC strengths. Okay. Increased Cenobite support fighter energy neutralizing amounts. Scarab and Cenobite are the least popular support fighters by a noticeable margin. Increasing their effectiveness helps make the bonuses found in the Archon and Chimera feel impactful. Giving more viable options for carriers also gives them more flexibility. All right. Micro jump field generator. Okay, thank you. Yeah, and they are giving plenty of warning on that other thing, aren't they? All right, super carriers. All supercarriers can now conduit jump with the same mechanics as a carrier. Can jump with a maximum of 30 other capsuleers. I just did this the other day. First time I'd ever done it, I jumped a non-Black Ops ship with a carrier to the destination, and while I was sitting in the ship. The side effect of it is that it gives an enormous amount of cooldown time to the carrier pilot. All subcapital combat ships are eligible to be jumped. All subcapital. All right. So Marauders being the highest. The addition of conduit jump to supercarrier gives them an extra utility, some nice quality of life when flying smaller fleet. Force auxiliaries. Increase the fuel bay of all force auxiliary ships to 6,000. Okay, good. Having a bigger bay, being able to carry more, makes it feel a little bit better. Force auxiliary ships are often more fuel hungry than other ships with same size. Increasing the fuel bays for these ships could make the experience of flying them more enjoyable. Balancing. Okay, so we're out of the new stuff and we're into changes to the current stuff. Balancing. Moloch. Blueprint copy added to the Blood Raider LP store at 165 billion ISK and 165 million LP. All right. This is good. This makes it a bit more accessible. Kimosh, Blueprint copy added to the Blood Raider LP store. 15 billion and 15 million. Okay, and Dagon to the Blood Raider LP store, and Loggerhead to the Loggerhead Blueprint copy, cost reduction of 25 billion and 25 million to 15 and 15. We're adding Blood Raider capital ships to the Blood Raider LP store as we are unhappy with the state of NPC Stratios. And to get the parity with the other pirate factions, we are adding them at a slightly higher cost, 10% of the others, to carefully monitor them, and we'll slowly adjust them down when we're satisfied. Although we know that this is likely too high of a cost, as well as other pirate dreadnoughts are likely to still too expensive as well. Additionally, we are reducing the cost of Loggerhead at the same time.
Rock.
Hashrate Junkie just subscribed.
We want to monitor pirate facts being more available before reducing them to the dreadnought values, since they are overpriced in some niche areas of space, such as wormholes, if they are easier to replace and more available. The Cenotaph. Okay, this is the bin of the bane of freighters. Breacher Pod M damage duration reduced from 50 seconds to 40 seconds.
Welcome to the Dragons.
No underscore I underscore just followed.
Reduced with max skills, it reduced from 75 to 60. Breacher Pod medium maximum damage reduced from 800 to 600, from 1,000 to 1,500 DPS with max skills. So large reduction for the total amount of damage done per Breacher Pod. Let's see here. Let's see. Large reduction in the total amount of damage done per breacher pod, especially against larger ships. With max skills, this reduction from 75,000 to 45,000 max damage per pod. All right, so when they were attacking freighters with these, it's going to require more of the Cenotaph or a longer duration attack. So, okay, so the Breacher Pod S, similar stuff, similar reductions. Cenotaph is still too strong despite our attempts to add more counterplay. In the Legion Major Update, we are reducing the maximum damage duration of pods and max skills from 75 to 60 seconds, lowering the maximum potential flat damage output of the Breacher Pod outputs. This comes close to halving the total damage of the pod, 40% reduction overall, which we think will still leave it very strong place against high resistance targets, but reduce the overall pressure it provides when spreading multiple pods over multiple ships at once. What's interesting is that I see that freighters are just raw EHP for the most part. They don't typically use any sort of extra resistances, and it just made them especially susceptible to these. We're also adjusting the Tholos a little bit. Okay, so Stratios added 50% medium energy turret damage roll bonus, reduced the number of turrets from 4 to 3. Okay, so if they give it 50% more damage, but they take 25% away, does that give you then a bonus of 125%? Not sure. Even though Stratios was bonused for medium energy turrets, they were frequently ignored for other weapons or energy neutralizers and felt weak despite the bonus. We're giving it a large 50% roll bonus, but then taking away a turret. This should make the lasers feel better to use with most Stratios fits, since you can fit 3 bonus lasers alongside a cloak and a probe launcher at the same time. It also reduces the fitting and capacitor costs needed for full gun fits, while providing a small boost in damage that is now 3 turrets will outdamage the old Stratios with 4 turrets. Okay. Mamba, Gersisnet resonators required to build are reduced from 40 to 30. Mechaball, Angel resonators, 40 to 30. Venture, the Venture blueprint no longer requires Isogen to be able to manufacture a Venture. Porpoises, medium industrial core. Shield bonus cycle time improved from 10% to 20%. Shield booster amount bonus improved from 10% to 20%. Medium industrial core 2. Shield bonuses. Shield booster time cycle improved from 10% to 20%. Shield Booster amount bonuses improved from 15% to 25%. Orca, large industrial core, shield booster time cycle bonuses from 30 to 40%. Shield booster amount bonuses from 20% to 40%. All right, that might make them just a little bit better. We're going to have to see. So shield bonus cycle time bonus improved from 30 to 40%. Shield booster amount improved 30 to 50%. Giving small boost active tanking capabilities of the Porpoise and Orca while they're using the industrial core modules. The PLEX transaction logs, they are beautiful. I have seen them. I can show you one here. And so the transactions right here. So I went and claimed my free PLEX and then added this. So this is great because that was the number one thing when people buy PLEX from us and they already had a bunch of PLEX and then they'd read them the code and they're like, well, I don't remember what amount I had beforehand. How do I know if I got the right amount? Trust us. That's a horrible answer, right? Horrible answer. And so the fact that that we have this log now, perfect. This character has 88,000 PLEX. Try and keep that in your head when you get another 10 PLEX. Well, did I get it or not? I didn't know. So this is very good. All right, overview tab shows pie chart of either income or expenses. The transaction tab will show the latest 2,000 entries, which is probably enough. Description of transaction includes which character interacted with the PLEX balance. Oh, okay. Oops, I'm on the wrong thing here. So it shows which character is used it. Okay, that's good too. That's good too. So transactions can be copied to the clipboard in CSV format for easy pasting into your workbook software of choice. Yeah, spreadsheet. And so all right. So Epic Arc, new Epic Arc. Fractured Legacy has been added, consisting of 3 mining-focused missions. This new Epic Arc is meant for new and returning players. The Arc Showcase Catalyst features, including a gorgeous phased field. The latest Epic Arc latest Epic Arc in nearly 16 years. They're all 16 years old? Wow. Since short and experimental compared to its predecessors. It is estimated to be completable in the length of a normal session. What is a normal session? I tend to play 6 or 8 hours in each session. And let's see here. Earn novel rewards such as new ore mining destroyer, the Pioneer. Okay, good. You can get that as a drop from the Epic Arc. Other rewards include new expansion goodies such as modules and BPCs. You can get started on this Ore Epic Arc. Go to the AIR Laboratories Station in Kisco and speak to Elias Peletonen. All right. Air Opportunities Freelance Job Visibility Update. We've updated Freelance Job tab in the Air Opportunities to only display jobs that current character is eligible to participate in. I don't know if I agree with that. I think there could be a check mark to show all, and the reason is that the
Welcome to the Dragons.
Hidden Tiger Broken Dong just followed.
You want to see the stuff that you can't do so that you can go and figure out how to do it, because you may actually want to do that stuff, right? All right, Faction Warfare. New NPCs have been added to most Faction Warfare complex sites. Okay, we actually covered this already, except some NPCs may be fitted with warp disruption. Oh, they might scram you. And they still drop tags, but at a lower rate, given their increased presence. Scout small, medium, and large complexes have been updated. These changes borrow strongly from the mechanics found in pirate insurgency sites. Capsuleers will now be able to take part in small-scale skirmish when entering a complex. Having NPCs of both factions present will also mean a capsuleer will want to be fit for combat even when defending. Keeping track of pointing NPCs will also be necessary if a player wants to be ready for a quick getaway. Pirate Strongholds. Let's see here. The rewards for destroying a pirate stronghold, sometimes referred to as FOBs, has been rebalanced. A 10-pilot fleet will now be optimal for maximum payout. Up to 1 billion ISK can be earned per stronghold. So does that mean up to 1 billion ISK, so each earns 100 million? I don't know. Roaming NPCs spawned by the pirate stronghold will no longer attack player structures. Oh, why not? The rewards for pirate strongholds did not fit the expected risk-reward within LowSec. There have been some demand for 10 pilot content within these systems. The FOBs have been rebalanced to provide rewarding content for medium-scale LowSec pilots. Note that the drops from the FOB have been unchanged. Roaming pirate NPCs have been causing frustration for those structures within the systems. This was especially true for Minotaur's moon drills, where their frequent brief attacks meant constant upkeep. As such, these NPCs will no longer shoot at structures. However, they may still visit them looking for targets. All right, so that's it. We just passed. We just finished it. All right, so. There we go. Okay, so this is really good. So much stuff to go in and play with now and everything. This has been the update for the the launch, and incredibly took an hour and 15 minutes to read it all. Woo-wee. Okay, so